Hey there, lovelies! It's Charity from thewordofanerd.com. I'm coming to you all with this brief video just to say happy April 1st! We're in April already. I cannot believe it. It seems like just yesterday it was March and I was celebrating my birthday and, just anticipating spring arriving, and spring has sprung. Spring has finally come to the city. It is finally, warming up a bit. It was about 50 something degrees the other day. I think about 50. 51, something like that. And today it was about 39, but nevertheless, it's getting warmer. And I'm excited about that. Yesterday was Easter or Resurrection Day if you're a believer. So happy belated Easter and Resurrection Day. If you're a believer, I hope that you understood the sacrifice that Christ made for us on the cross. I pray that you received it. And most of all, I pray you believe it. Because this is the pinnacle of our faith, this is what Christianity is founded on. The fact that he made this sacrifice for our life. He paid it all. He thought we were to die for. So I love my Savior, and I just pray that you experience the joy in loving him too. As far as the blog, what's going on? Today is Monday, and the husband and I are getting ready to go pick up a piece that we found on Craigslist. I know, we're Craigslist addicts. Yes, and I love saving money. I love being that wife that can feel good about saving her husband's cash. He works hard for his money, so I'm not just going to go spend it all in one place. But we found this item on Craigslist. It's a Varde, V-A-R-D-E, wall cabinet from IKEA. It's about $229 on IKEA. So we're getting it for about 75 bucks in good condition, and I'm excited about that. I don't mind anything used as long as it's in good condition and can be fixed up if it has a scratch or two. But so far the guys said that this thing is in perfect condition. So as you know from previous videos, our kitchen only has cabinets on one side. So we've been fixing it up to make it more functional, to kind of make it like a galley kitchen, to have countertops on both sides. So now we're getting a cabinet. We use the Norden occasional table for a countertop in the kitchen. So if you saw the last video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what's on our agenda for today. And then after that, we'll probably go to Home Depot to check out anchors and screws to get the thing up on the wall. Other than that, no plans. We're just going to spend have a relaxing Monday, spend time fixing up our kitchen, getting our house together. As far as my projects are concerned with the garden, I have started part of the garden. I didn't do my herbs or vegetables yet, but I did start some sunflowers. I know, I'm lagging behind, but Monday will be the day to get all this stuff done. I'll have an extra pair of hands helping me with my husband. And as far as the sunflowers, they get really big, I'm sure. So I've started those in the window, but I'm not sure if they'll get too big for the apartment. And if they do, I'll probably end up giving those to someone else. As far as my other projects are concerned, with the coffee table and the buffet that I'm supposed to be fixing up, those things are still happening. However, right now I'm in a research phase and I'm trying to figure out exactly what paint I want to use. The paint that I used for our buffet before the buffet makeover, which is also on the blog, I think it was Behr. Yeah, it was Behr paint, and we did the sanding and priming all on our own, and it came out fantastic. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. Even one of my friends came over to the apartment the other day. It was her first time seeing it since when it looked like trash, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful!" La, la, la. So it came out really nice, but the problem that I'm having is I've gotten lazy. Yes, lazy. I'm not really wanting to do the sanding and the priming anymore. It just takes the fun out of, doing the projects. It takes so much longer. And besides that, we have to like Dexter out our hallway to make sure we don't get paint and primer and sand all over the place. So we cover the walls with plastic and we cover the floor, and we cut out a little opening so that we can get between the kitchen and the living room. And it's just taxing. It's tedious. It just makes it boring. It just takes too much time. So as I've been researching, I found a paint that supposedly you don't need to sand or prime with. Doesn't that sound good? If you're a DIYer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody wants to sit there sanding and priming all day. So this new product is called Annie Sloan Chalk Paint. It's supposedly, you just paint it on, and that's it. You don't have to sand or prime unless your surface is like really rocky, or if you have like cracks or something, you know, you might want to take care of that. But as far as like really having to sand it down really, really good, you can skip that process, and that's what's great about it. So I'm still doing research. It is costly, so you know I want to research as much as possible before we take the plunge. It's about $38 per quart, and the cheapest I found online was $35. So I'm going to still have to order that because they don't have it locally. They only have it in like Rochester, New York, and I think that's it. Rochester, New York was all that I saw, at least. But besides that, if you've had an experience with this chalk paint, please leave a comment below and let me know how it's worked for you. If you have any other suggestions, please give those as well. I'm open to anything right now. I just want to make my project life easier. You know, we're in an apartment. We can't be spraying primer all the time because it takes a while to get it out. And since it's not really warm enough, and that's another thing why I'm excited about it getting warmer, is because we need to be able to open the windows to air the place out once we've used our spray primer. And if we use spray paint or anything like that, you know, the VOCs can get kind of strong, and we already use masks, but after a while we want to take those off our face too. And I think that was it that I had to talk about. This is April. I don't know if I said it, but April's my favorite time of the year because Earth Day comes in April. Yes, I'm a nerd. I love Earth Day. I get excited about recycling. I get excited about, you know, just making my home greener. So stay tuned to the blog because I'll have a lot of stuff coming up about, you know, just becoming more green, what things you can do to save the earth besides recycling. That's the easiest place to start. So even if you commit to recycling, you'll make the earth a better place for your children, for yourselves, just for the future. We're not going to be here forever, and the people that come after us, they don't need this place to be messed up. So we've got to try our best to just not, you know, take advantage of the earth. But either way, that's all I had to talk about, lovelies. If you have any comments, leave them below. See you later.